My name is Michael Heyman. My company's name is the Reimagined Classroom, and we are a one-stop shop for custom educational content. We write all sorts of educational content from full curriculum resources to lesson plans, curriculum maps, standards alignment, with a focus on K-12 education. When I think about the best way to describe what the Reimagined Classroom does, I ask people to think about their kids, their grandkids, their friends that are in elementary, middle, high school. The textbooks, the educational resources that they're interacting with are often written by large companies. We subcontract and often work with those large companies to bring those educational resources to life, from writing the content to designing the images to putting it all together and getting it out there. A few things that are unique and special about the Reimagined Classroom is that we were created by two third-grade teachers. We are non-funded. We have no investors. Every single one of our content creators is or was an educator. That's something we're extremely proud of. We are a one-stop custom shop for educational content, meaning that we can take an idea from ideation and brainstorming and bring it all the way to print and web-ready concepts. Everything from content creation to graphic design to learning management system integration. We are a people-first organization, creating things with the teacher's mindset, considering all learners and all educators. We first reached out to the Apex Accelerator and the SBDC because we were interested in government contracting. We saw a Department of Defense education activity award for AP macroeconomics. As I mentioned, we have educators from early childhood education to 12th grade. And what we do is we match educators to projects. We have some RFP specialists that worked with the Apex Accelerator to help us really go after what was our first RFP. We learned so much through the process, not only from the SBDC and the consultants we work with, like Steve South, but really just through our loss. Through that, we again worked with Steve to really take that feedback and apply it through some of our future RFPs. And we wound up winning the very next DODEA RFP. And we're just thrilled to be multi-award winners now. And we attribute that not solely, but largely to the work with Steve and our SBDC here in Florida. Our journey with Apex has been incredible. Truly, we started with Apex, and from Apex, we found out about other SBDC services. So I would say it all starts with Apex. I was talking about the first RFP we went after, and we were already about 75% of the way through when we kind of realized that we could just contact Steve in the Apex Accelerator. When we reached out, he had said, give it a shot, and we really worked from that feedback there. Working together to take what we learned from there and reapply to the next RFP was, just such an incredible learning experience. I think that when my co-founder Brett and I had the opportunity to initially meet Steve, we were just blown away at the value of the free resources offered and the value of the experience and insight. It was almost like government contracting for dummies with an insider who would explain it to you like you were five. And for us, that patience and, really not just explaining to us, but really digging into our actual RFP and giving us feedback on the things we were writing was incredibly valuable. My co-founder Brett and I are just head over heels with our advisory board. From the advisors and the SBDC consultants that comprise of our board, every facet of business is truly covered, from legal to government contracting to marketing to operations and finance. We feel like we've just been really matched up with experts in every field. It's helped us to modify legal documents. It's helped us to win government contracts, as I've mentioned. It's helped us in hiring decisions. It's helped us in business structure decisions. We go to our board not only for our quarterly meetings, but we're also using our quarterly hours for individuals as well. I think we have just an incredible relationship with every member of our board, and we're just extremely grateful for the advice. And I think we have a great time at our meetings. We love coming together, and everybody provides such incredible insights from technology, as I mentioned, to legal, to finance. It's truly been a pleasure, and we're looking forward to the next meeting and continuing this relationship. We've seen some really positive changes since working with the SBDC and Apex Accelerator. I keep referring back to our government contracting wins with the DODEA, the Department of Defense Education Activity. We've also recently won another award with the U.S. Geological Survey to create some geology curriculum. We also think this is a potential that can continue to expand. So we attribute a lot of our government contracting success to our work with the SBDC. Also, from getting our business valuated, we've continued to think about how can we not only continue increase the value of our business from a monetary perspective, but from getting those insights, just thinking about, okay, what other places can we shore up from an operational standpoint? So if another private company were to look at the company, any of the concerns they may have had, we've at least addressed or thought about from our work with Jill. If I had to use one word to describe the SBDC and Apex Accelerator, it would be knowledgeable. It was the first thing that came to my mind when I was asked this question. And for me, just their depth of knowledge, not only in government contracting when it comes to the Apex Accelerator, but to every sector of business. When it comes to the SBDC, with regards to our advisory board council, the knowledge that they've shared has just made me feel, as a co-founder and CEO of a company, that I've just continued to add tools to my tool belt. And I know that I can never have as much knowledge in each individual sector as each advisor and consultant has brought to our board and each member of the Apex Accelerator that we've interacted with. But just having interacted with them, I feel like I've usurped a little bit for my own skills, and I'm forever grateful for that. And I feel a little bit more knowledgeable.